I just want to be here for the introductions and then I'll leave. Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'll slide in over here.
Jeremiah. Oh, there's my dad. Hi, Dad. This is already shaping up to be a good time. Already. Oh, Sherwin can't hear anything. That's not good. Matthew. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Audio is shot. Oh, I may need headphones. Can anyone hear me? Let's figure that out. Hi, Dad.
Oh, Ricky.
Okay, Sherwin can hear me now. That's good. Thanks, guys. Sarah set up the tree. I was not involved. She actually set up both trees. Okay. Ashley. Matthew can hear me. Dad can hear me. Excellent. Thanks, everybody. I've noticed these things take a few minutes to establish audio when you get them going. So we will... Keith can hear me too. Excellent. So we'll get going here in a few minutes as soon as the guest of honor arrives. But in the meantime, thank you guys for showing up very much. This is the third edition of what we are calling Strange Conversations, wherein I get on Instagram Live and have conversations with members of the paranormal and artistic communities. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you. Because I want to, and I like to hear myself talk. But tonight, we'll be doing another one of those. Greg's here. Matthew, who is the guest? The guest is a very good friend of mine who has just arrived in the lobby.
I'm like, actually, I'm so excited too.
Okay, I think I pressed this button. We're going to scroll down a little bit. Invite sent. Ready to meet our guest tonight, folks.
Did it work? Oh, shit.
It worked!
Yay!
Brett!
I couldn't find you, and then I heard you, Ashley, listening to you from the other room. I was like, wait, no, he's live. How do I, what? Okay. And now I'm here. Yay!
What controls do I use here? Before we get into anything else, I would like to point out that we both have green walls.
Yes.
I think that's great. Brett Marcus Cook is our guest tonight, folks. Brett is one of my oldest friends, literally. We have been friends for 20 years. Absolute favorite creators, favorite all-time artists. I have a ridiculous amount of Brett's art here that I'm going to show off throughout the course of the evening. But thank you so much for doing this, Brett. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this too.
Fun. Yeah. When Sarah and I came up with this idea, you were one of the first people we thought of. So I'm really glad we're doing this before the Christmas chaos kicks in. But how are you?
I'm good. I have not left the house today, so yeah.
That's
I don't
know. So on a Godzilla fan site called Rodan's Roost, literally 20 years ago. We're 33 now, and we were 12, 14, somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, 13 or 14. It was like right before Destroy All Monsters Melee came out, because that was why I wound up on the site.
Okay. Yeah. That wasn't really a question. I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's a cool piece of information. So you are what I personally, with no sarcasm, would describe as a prolific artist. You've been producing and creating art since before I've known you, so I guess there was a point to that 20-year thing. You've never stopped, ever, in the time that I've known you, at least. was there a moment in your life where you realized, hey, art is something I'm going to do, art is something I'm going to devote myself to?
No, I've always just wanted to do it. I've always done it. No one has ever told me to stop to this day, so I'm just still doing it because it's the only thing I really know how to do.
You know how to do other things, but we're here to talk about art tonight. So you've developed everything from portraits to logos to event posters to all kinds of stuff. But one thing that you put together that I find incredibly fascinating is your graphic novels. Simply because that seems like it's such a big undertaking. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, comics were my favorite thing and what I always wanted to do, and never really put effort into until like late in college, only to realize, holy crap, yeah, there's a lot of work involved, and it takes a long time. But again, no one ever tells me to stop doing these things, so I just do them out of sheer stubborn boneheadedness, I guess. Um,
If anyone
so
ever their name and address, I'm just saying.
do what?
If anyone ever does tell you to stop, I'd like their name and address because yes.
Yeah, no, it'll probably never happen.
No. No. So when you're working on a long-term project like a graphic novel, you mentioned it's a lot of work. How do you deal with things like writer's block or artist fatigue or whatever you call it when you kind of hit the wall? Because people do that.
Lately, not very well. I haven't been working on much of anything this year, outside of a couple paid projects. Being paid is a very good motivator, by the way.
Yeah.
So for personal projects, it just kind of ebbs and flows, and I just kind of roll with it. But usually, like the writing is what comes the easiest for the most part. And that's always the first step, is to try and plan things out ahead so that I actually know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And when I do get blocked, I usually just work on something else for a while, or just go on walks and think about it, and eventually, usually like as I'm trying to sleep, something will occur in my head, and I'll be like, oh, that's what I need to do next, and then scribble it down. So I just kind of just flow with whatever.
Cool. Let it come as it does, I guess. It kind of sounds like. Not to take what you said and change it, but
it's not really something I've learned that you can force. Otherwise, you're just going to make bad work. So, yeah, no. I just go with whatever.
Very cool. No, that's good advice for any creative types who may be watching this, which based on the audience list is a few. So, yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Oh, my note pages are out of order here. Oh, wow, I'm missing. Oh, no, here it is. Sorry. Oh, no. Oh. Now I'm spilling stuff. So unprofessional. Anybody who's just jumping in, I am interviewing my very good friend, artist, creator, graphic novel designer, Brett Cook, who is based out of Virginia. There's a lot of weird stuff in Virginia, right? I mean...
I guess, but I'm on the Tennessee border, so I spend more time on that side. So actually, I'm not as familiar with Virginian weirdness, unfortunately.
Always something new to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Since this is a paranormal channel, I do have to ask you questions about weird shit. I hope that's okay.
Good.
Okay. So is there a case, like it can be a cryptozoological case, a folk tale, a UFO sighting, whatever, that you're familiar with that you feel confident could be paranormal?
Like in my own experience, or?
It can be one you've had or one that you've heard about, either one.
I mean, there's random flying saucer things, sightings all the time. And actually, let me real quick. Since we're talking about local paranormal stuff, I thought I would just pull this out real quickly. My own copy of Saucers Over Appalachia.
For 1 second, I was going to bring up. I'm so glad you broke that out. Yeah!
Haha, yes. We both have copies.
So big shout out, obviously, to our mutual friends, Mystic Novelty Co., who we only recently discovered were mutual friends.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm so glad you got to meet them. They're cool people.
In fact, in the years that Brett and I have been friends, we have never met each other in person. So, one step closer, I guess.
Yeah.
That's so awesome that you broke that out. I'm so happy.
No, I've never, as far as like personal experiences go, nothing outside of like possible hauntings here and there.
Okay.
Especially like the one experience I always think about is being a teenager at the hospice when my papa was dying, and there was a little church room area with a picture, and just the energy was way off in that room, and there was never anybody in there. I always went in by myself, and I would just look at the picture, and it would kind of shift and change and move or something. I don't know. It was weird, and I didn't like it. But I kept going back in there because it was so strange. And it was a good distraction from, dying family member.
Really interesting. That was actually my next question, was if you had a personal paranormal experience you were comfortable sharing. And those stories I know are really personal. That was obviously pretty personal. So thank you for sharing it. I appreciate it. Sincerely. Bouncing back to art a little bit, I'm told some artists don't like to be asked this question, so we can totally bypass it. But your art is, I feel like, inspired by a lot of different things. It's very much its own thing. Like, the Brett Marcus Cook brand to me is very distinctive, but do you care to share some of your influences, some of the things that you feel like have inspired you to get where you're at today?
Well, like I said before, comics are what really kicked everything off. My obsession with drawing in the first place came from reading comics, and Power Rangers.
Yes.
So Power Rangers, and you can also see Godzilla back there. I won't grab him.
Godzilla.
So Godzilla, Tokusatsu in general are like the big obvious things. And then like another thing that I guess the big drive lately is that in college I got really into figure drawing and became obsessed with the human form. So that's become my other favorite subject aside from monsters. And then I started my own figure drawing group in 2018. We're 5 years old now. It's weird.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. That was put this in the notes that I sent you, but I did want to ask you specifically about the figure drawing and just what would you like to tell us about that? Because I think the work you're doing is really beautiful and really important.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk about this in person. Like I said, I'm obsessed with the human form, and like I guess part of that, and probably part of my sexuality too, is that I find all body types interesting and attractive and unique, and so I like getting as many, just a variety of bodies and as many different kinds of models as I can get to draw. And part of it is this weird exhaustion with society's like standards of what's beautiful, and how like that affects everybody, and how like no matter who you are, everybody has body issues,
Mm-hmm.
and we absolutely shouldn't. But that's capitalism, I guess. That's our society.
Wow.
So
Thank you. I didn't put that in the notes. Thank you for letting me put you on the spot there. That's really.
yeah.
Let's see. So I have several pieces of. I did have one more paranormal question for you, and I do have
Yeah.
one, but do please answer honestly. Do you have an opinion about renaming the Texas Chupacabra?
Okay, yeah, you sent me that question, and I only just tried to look that up not too long ago, and I didn't understand it quite. Like, is this like a renaming to differentiate it from like Puerto Rico
Yes.
Chupacabra? And so, okay, yeah, in that case, I would say yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Like that should be done,
Okay.
especially from like a cultural standpoint, I think.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that seems like it would be a good idea.
Okay.
Especially since the descriptions for them are wildly different too. Like they seem like different creatures.
Yeah. Behaviorally and anatomically. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So I've got several things here you've created and sent to me over the years. Speaking of which,
I just realized he is delivered.
The mailman has delivered
every single apartment.
Yeah, so Sarah just pointed out to me, I have envelopes from you at every address we've ever lived at since we got. I've also saved every envelope you sent me, because if you order something from Brett, folks, there's a really good chance that they will put art on the envelope. Here's one with Nod, your chinchilla.
Yes. Who you can. Well, his cage is in the background, but he's hiding right now.
Yeah, Nod letting the carrier know to please handle with care. Here is one with Godzilla on it. Legendary, I think.
That's the anime one. Yeah, Earth.
Yeah, Earth guy or whatever we're calling him. Yeah. Let's see. Here's Ultraman. Please do not bend me. And then we've got Guron from Gamera versus Guron. That movie is the cool kids circle. Then we've got Gigan. Please do not bend. And Paragon. Handle with care. So I've saved all of these envelopes. I have more, but these are just the ones I could find in time. And then speaking of kaiju stuff, here's a really awesome Shin Godzilla that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
Love this one. My camera's flipping it in reverse, but this is the proper kanji or katakana. Sorry. And then Hedra.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the Patreon sketch I sent you.
Brett has a Patreon, you guys. Hey, Bad Cat. Definitely check it out after we're done with this conversation. It's fantastic. But here is a Christmas card you and Ashley sent me from 2016.
Oh yeah.
And speaking
I remember doing that one.
The wonderful Ashley, here's a copy of Cosmic Fighter Fairy Ishii.
Yeah.
Other graphic novels. Ashley is wonderful. I absolutely adore her. Also, graphic novels. This is. Would you say this is the biggest one you've put out?
I don't think it's as thick as Other Sleep, which I don't have a copy of in front of me right now. I think it's a little shorter, because I think the book itself is like just 120 some pages, and I think Other Sleep was a little bit longer, because Other Sleep was like 9 issues total, and that's just 6 plus the Fairy Ishii mini.
Okay, and that was Einel was the protagonist?
Ninel is how it's pronounced. Because it's a Russian name. I stole it from a Russian psychic, the one that could like move things around. That the CIA got freaked out seeing her on TV and started their own experiments. That's who she's named after.
Very cool. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that case.
Yep.
Get up. But no, this is one of my favorites. It's huge, and it's like the characters are inspired by like you and people you know and Ashley, and I just think it's awesome. Like I love this one. Highly recommend you pick up a Cosmic Adventure Slime Punt. Here's one of your coloring zines.
Yeah, Nation Mutation.
Really cool. It's like a super fun activity book with mutants. Let's see. Oh, the Social Justice Kaiju. Are those currently available for purchase? Because I know a lot of people that I think might enjoy purchasing them.
I've got 5 stickers. The 5th one literally just came in this week. Those are... I don't have anything in front of me. I'm sorry, everything's packed away for a show this weekend. But yeah, there's the fuck your racism. There's fuck body shaming with Hetera, yeah. And then fuck the
got it.
Yeah, fuck the patriarchy with Violante.
Yeah. You sent the whole set. I don't know where the rest are. I've moved 6 times.
Yeah, I don't remember where the 4th one is. The 5th one that just came in this week is Protect Trans Kids. That one is Little Godzilla, and it's with the boner hair, and it's based off of Cressa Maeve Beer, her little stop motion short coming out that she did last year, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. You can find it on YouTube. It's really precious because it's literally about Little Godzilla coming out as trans to Godzilla and him being a supportive father.
I love it.
Like interrupting a fight with Baragon to be like, okay, I need to like be a good parent here. Hang on. and then there's like 9 or 10 buttons now. I have the sets available on my Gumroad shop, but they're incomplete sets, so like just 4 stickers and then just like 6 buttons, I think. I will update that eventually. That's on the list of things to do. Yeah, like just like selling them all as a set together. So
they're really awesome. You sent me some of the buttons. I think I have all of the stickers, but again, we moved too much, but they're super awesome. Yeah, I had a feeling this crowd was gonna like it. I'm looking at the comments now. Everybody seems on it. So let's see. Here's a sketch you did of me. I don't remember why.
That was the year where, like, when I used to do Inktober challenges, the daily challenges where I drew a different friend each day, and you were one of them.
I don't know if this is working at all, but yeah, I've always hung on to this. I love this. This is from 2016, and then I showed off these postcards a little while ago. Okay, now we're getting them up. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember if this piece had a title.
Me neither. I do remember that, like, I started it, kind of got it mostly finished, got upset with it for some reason, hid it under a pile of other things, and lost it for months. And then I dug it back out and finished it, and was like, it is what it is. And then you were like, no, I love it.
Yeah.
And then you bought it. So
put it on Facebook, and I was like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was, can I purchase this from you? I love this. This has been in every living room we've had since I got it from you. I love this one. And then, unfortunately, I don't have a print of this one yet. I'm hoping to rectify that, but
yes. The Mothman that I did this year. Yeah.
This, I was checking my professional dashboard on Instagram, and this piece, when you let me share it on our feed, is like one of the top 3 we've ever shared in the almost year we've been doing this. So, Mothman, folks. I don't know if prints are going to be available sometime.
Yeah, I'll put those on the shop too. I've got cardboard tubes I can ship in. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I'm not trying to create work for you. I just, I have a feeling people are really going to like this. And then these last 2 are a little personal. Okay, here. I probably should have worn shorts. This is the first thing you ever designed for me, and I'm going to explain it here in a little bit, but this is my tattoo.
Yeah.
And I want to make it super clear that Brett's original design was way more intricate. Brett didn't run out of ink when he was doing the bottom line of the hurricane here. The tattoo artist I got to do it was not the best, and I won't call him out. I think he's still active, and I'm just not that kind of person. But Brett's design was like way more intricate, way more detailed. There were sea monsters and stuff in it. But you designed that tattoo for me almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was my first tattoo design that I've ever done, I think.
Yeah. I kind and then this is super, like, this is definitely my favorite thing that you've created for us. But you did this portrait of Sarah's dad very shortly after he passed away, because I asked for it, and you got it to me super fast. I think you got it to me like a week and a half later. I don't know. It came very quickly. But this means the world to us. It's been in our like wall over here with some of his other stuff ever since we got it, and I wanted to tell you that face to face. We love this, and we love you for it. So thank you.
Oh, I'm grateful that you let me do that.
Nobody else I would have trusted with it, to be honest with you. So what do you have going on right now? What projects would you like to plug, or what events can people catch you at? A lot of the folks in your neck of the woods, so if you're at any events, they may be able to catch you there.
The only thing I've got lined up right now that I've been working towards is this Sunday at a restaurant called Timber in Johnson City, Tennessee. We're having a nocturnal art market that's put together by a local group called the Neo-Appalachian Art Guild. So there's going to be 10 of us artists all together set up selling stuff at that from like 6 to 9. So that's my last show of the year. And then I just quit my job like 2 weeks ago, and am going to try and do the art thing full time. So I'm trying to get into that, but between the holidays and everything else going on, that's very difficult. But I'll be rebranding my website, getting all that set up, and then hopefully soon actually getting to work on volume 2 of Slime Punk soon, because it's been well over a year and I've only drawn like 4 pages of it.
Can't rush it though, right? That's what you said at the beginning.
Yeah. But I'm hoping to get back into it like next week. But aside from that, yeah, just figuring that out right now.
Okay, awesome. So we should definitely keep an eye on your socials for updates and such.
Yeah, like I've opened up commissions, even though it's probably kind of late for Christmas gifts, but I've opened up that.
I have that in my notes. So if you guys, are as taken with Brett's art as I am, based on everything you've seen tonight, get you some. Do that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna change my website up. I'm gonna get that shop updated. Maybe open up on Etsy too. I don't know. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, I will be watching both here and on Patreon and in your DMs. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It means a tremendous amount. I'm so glad to have like an actual conversation with you.
I mean, like it's not too different from the late night phone calls we used to have years ago.
Before we became adults and got busy.
Yeah.
We should go back to that.
Sure.
You're like, I don't know if I... Nah. Well, Brad, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much. It's been about a half hour. I try not to keep people longer than that. But I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yes, thank you. This has been awesome. This has been wonderful.
We'll do it again. Like once the shop is updated, we can do like a part 2.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go send you several DMs. I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. How do I close this out? Let's find out.
Okay. Also, we're doing another one of these. I just remembered this. Friday with Eugene from Other Side Prints. So definitely don't miss that. And then tomorrow for our Clubhouse friends, we will be not on CryptoCasters. I'm not in that, be in that room, not as a speaker, which is great because I really like to listen. So definitely don't miss CryptoCasters. Thank you guys all for showing up for Strange Conversations. I think you're great. Okay, I'm going to go now. Bye.